Hello and good evening. Hello, welcome. It's Ruth here. So I'm going to be finishing off the cards that I started back on Wednesday, because that's when I stamped the Stamped One Sheet Wonder. Yesterday I cut them up. Yesterday was Thursday. Today's Friday. Hope you're chilling out a bit, especially my American friends after their feast of Thanksgiving dinner. And yeah, we're just going to kind of like chill, get these finished. I've cut out a whole load of die cuts ready to use, and I'm also going to be doing a little bit of stamping, cutting out and making a little pretty rose. That's the plan. So hi everybody, hi Anne, hi Pam, hi Susan, Georgiana, Annie, Clydeen, Margaret, hello, hi April Sunshine Works, hi Katrin, nice to see you. Right, let's get down to the desk view. There we go. So I've got my hot glue gun ready because I want to just do a technique with cutting up a flower. So if you didn't see last night's video, I was cutting out these frames and the Stamped One Sheet Wonder that I did. And so I've got a few different ideas, and I'm just gonna, I'll set these out for a sec, just so I can figure out what I'm going to do. Now, I've pre-cut some butterflies and some bits of foliage, and I've also cut out a deer because I quite like the idea of having maybe some foliage and a deer in the foreground. Not quite sure how that's going to work out, but anyway, so look, I've cut some gold ones out. Oh, maybe that would look nice. I've also got some of the gold foliage here. Oh, so I've got some more butterflies. Oh, I did cut out a Tahitian tide butterfly, possibly to put under one of these. Let's see which one's the right one. Is that the right one? I think that one's the right one. Yeah, I thought if I was going to put it onto this detailed piece, I was going to do that and then put some colour on that one. So that was my idea for that. What else have we got? Oh, a dark green one. Thought that would be nice to see what that looks like. Maybe on there. What else have we got in here? Oh, some other foliage. Maybe on that one. And loads of other gorgeous little bits and pieces. I've even got some little gold stars in the bottom there. Ooh, what about a row of 3 butterflies? Do I have 3 butterflies? Oh, there's one down there. That may work. You have little going down to large. That might work on that one. Maybe that would work on there. Still got loads of this. Got my little another deer. And some more gold. And the gold stars. Right, let's get those stars on that one. And then some other bits and pieces in here. All right, so let's start with, maybe start with the simplest first. I think that on there would just look gorgeous. But as I said, I want to have a little play stamping a rose and then cutting it out and making a more 3D one. So I'm just going to grab the stamp set because I was a good girl, I actually put it away. So I'm going to get out the very stamp that I actually used on the Stamped One Sheet Wonder and use that to stamp some flowers that I'm going to cut out. Hi Louise. Hi Annie. Hi Nicole. Roxanne. Susan. Annie, Deb, Michelle. Oh, lots of people. Hello, hello, Clydine. Hello. Right. So we're gonna stamp a few of these. Okay. Oh, thank you, Annie. That's very kind of you. So I've got my stamping snips here. And I'm cutting out this rose. A little shimmy round. Oh, who's been watching the football? Oh my goodness. If you don't want to if you don't want to hear the score, you better turn off now. Oh, so this morning I was out the house, but I managed to sneakily watch a bit of the Wales game. We had our breastfeeding support group this morning, and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that was just tragic. Wales lost in the last few minutes of the game. Oh. Right, I'm just trying to find some tweezers. Yeah. Oh, I know Louise is not a. Hi, Carrie. Louise is not a football fan, are you? Right. So did you see what I did? I cut a spiral into this flower. This is one of my favourite things to do, I have to say. And I'm twisting the rose up quite tight. Okay, you need to tell the paper what you want it to do, and sometimes you have to be quite firm with it. Okay, ready? Look at that little cute rose. Now, to hold it in place, I do recommend you use hot glue. I'll figure out what to do. Just going to put a little blob of that there, and then fold that into it. Oop. Just going to hold that there for a second, or two, or three. Ow, 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 ow. Just stuck my finger in hot glue. That wasn't clever. I'll just wait for it to cool. Best thing to do is ride the pain, wait for it to cool, and then take it off. Because yeah. Okay, so there we go. So my plan was with this one was to pop that in the middle there. Wasn't that cute? Now let's see if this would benefit from some little leaves behind it. Just gonna give this a little trim. Just to make it stand out a little bit more. I did have some more of these green leaves. Oh, here they are. There we go. Give these a little snip. Okay. I know it seems to be a little bit sad covering up that rose, but just feel like it needed a bit of extra green behind it. Could put some ribbon maybe, but I think that's just fine as it is. Ooh, need more glue. Watching you gives me the courage to create. I was too afraid of making a mistake. Oh, my rubber finger. I do have my rubber finger somewhere, Sheila. Yeah, I do. It might be in my tool drawer. Good point. Right, I'm going to stick that there. Stick that there. Not there. And then there's enough glue still underneath to hold that. And I'm just going to go and see if I can find my rubber finger. It's not where it's meant to be. So I'm just going to have to use my tweezers. Okay, and this needs a tiny little bit of glue. Now this, you have to be aware that when you apply hot glue for a second time onto something, you are in effect reheating the glue that set it in place the first time. So it's worth just holding it in place for a moment while it cools and sets, so that things don't come out of place. Okay, so there we go. There's a pretty little embellishment there on that card now. Right, 1 down, 5 to go. So this one, either we can do offset. What do you think? Just have some golden butterflies. Could even stamp a sentiment and put that somewhere, but I'm kind of going for a non-stamped sentiment effect, really. And then if you like symmetry, you could always go for a, you know, straight up the middle, almost like the old-fashioned pinned butterflies, like they've been pinned on, which I think looks quite nice. It's a very simple, elegant way of displaying those pretty butterflies. And for the sake of speed, you know what, I'm just going to do it. So kind of aiming halfway, so it's the middle of my design. And yes, I am using the hot glue again because it's warm and available. Try not to put too much because it does squish out a little bit. So just put bare minimum that you need. Turn it out a little bit. There we go. This one I don't think needed so much because you've got all this lovely detail in the background. Now I've just realised I did use silver embossing powder on this, and maybe silver butterflies would have looked better, but it's kind of what I cut, so I'm just going to leave it that way. All right, so now the one I was quite looking forward to doing, because I have seen this sort of depiction on various illustrated Christmas cards this year and in card making world, the idea of having like deer on a card and then having them on a foreground of kind of lots of leaves and things. So I'm thinking it would be fun to kind of create a whole cluster of different leaves and things. But I was thinking of actually putting some colour onto these lighter ones, because this is cut from Parakeet Party, which is a real limey green, which is very similar to the colour in the background. This is actually Granny Apple Green, but I was thinking it would be fun just to add a little bit of colour to these. So I've got a bit of Pacific Point here, so I thought it would be fun to add. Let's just add a little bit of blue to some of this, sort of about half of it really, so I've got that variation. And then I was going to get Garden Green, which was the darker green that I used on the stamped one sheet wonder the other day. Just apply some to these. Oop, that was darker than I thought, but anyway, that's fine. It looks good because I've got this dark green. So this glimmer paper is the pack that's in the mini catalogue. It's dark green, like that gold, and then this sort of like really beautiful kind of like sparkly colour. I used it just now actually. I used the gold. No, what did I just use on the Christmas cards? The Stampathon Christmas cards I've just released. Right. What else have I got? Oh, could do some little roses. Oh, right, let's make another rose. Could do a couple of roses into there, couldn't we? Where's my scissors? Oh, I've fallen down back here. Right, the deer are from a set called Grassy Grove. There's a stamp set called Grassy Grove. And the dies are called, I did keep them all beside me here to show you. They're called Grove dies. Grove dies. And those are the two deer that come. Well, actually, there's three that come in it. That one cuts out the stamped image, and these two just a standalone deer. And I could have, I just thought I could have cut some of those trees and had like some green trees in the background. That might be nice. That's giving me an idea. So that's one. What do you think? Shall I cut out some of the trees? Sort of have it coming up the side. Although I nearly cut out the trees from the mountain air, the dies that go with mountain air, because there's some really nice trees in that one. I'll just start this one. Just going to cut off that little bit there. You have that set. Oh, good. So there we go. You can cut the deer out then. They are very dear, aren't they? Very cute ones. Look, little roses. Okay, so I don't think I have to say this, but these cards are going to be quite 3D. So if you're going to be posting these, you may need to check the price of the postage, because it's not going to be flat rate, or the rate for flat cards. Yeah, I think so too, Lisa. I mean, the other option is I bring this up a bit further up, leaves a little bit further up, but I actually like the idea of some trees in this colour. And I did have a ribbon, spare bit of ribbon. I've gone through a whole reel of this already because it's so pretty. I was thinking, look, you could put those. Oh, anyway, let's get the dies out that I was talking about. These ones. Probably don't need it that. I don't think I need that tall, but anyway, we'll see. clear a space. No, I did have, I thought I had a spare piece of the green, or maybe I don't. Bear with, I need to get a bit of that green glimmer. Yeah, so this glimmer paper is called Glimmer. It's got evening evergreen, gold, and well, apparently it's very vanilla, that colour. Oh, there it is. I found it. Found the spare bit. There we go. Just need to prick out some of these bits, but I think that will look fine. Yeah, I think one's fine because it is quite large. So these are called Majestic dies. Oh, I've just seen, look, I've got some cut out here. Just going to see if this other green one would look good with it as well. Just behind it maybe. No, it's a different type of green. Nope, never mind. I'll actually pop that back before I lose it. Just going to give these a little bit more of a poke out. Because it's nice to see the detail of these. Hi Annika. Hi Nicole. Hi Phoebe. Hi Janice. Hi Pamela. Oh Pamela, are you coming to class on Tuesday? Or you're going to have to miss it. I do have spaces, people, for the drippage class. I know it might be beyond your comfort zone for some of you, so I appreciate that not everyone want to come to it. Oh look, I just squashed my rose. Never mind. Right, I think I just need to get on and stick this down, because otherwise I could sit here faffing with it all night. Right. So I'm just going to put a very fine amount of glue. Like so. Oh, oh, there we go. All done. And okay, and I do have this lovely sprig here. I do have the lovely roses. And think I'm going to cut this piece up. Right, again, I'm just going to get on and stick this down. And do have some of these really pretty gold leaves. Right, I'm just going to unravel this because I inadvertently squished it and it's put a kink into it. So I'm just going to unravel it and then swirl it or twist. What's the word I want? What's this called? Re-roll it. Because you need to make sure that the paper curls round rather than, if it gets a kink in it, it just looks a little bit odd. Okay, so open that up, put some glue, and then put that over the top of it. Hold it down. Yep. Oh, you'd have to put this in a box, in or hand deliver. Stampin' Up used to do those really nice little acrylic boxes. No, you'd have to protect this with a bit of bubble wrap if you're going to mail this, or just make a box for it. Yeah, this is a bit of a... Okay, Pam, no worries. I did wonder. So to just lighten that area a little bit, I am wondering about putting in this pretty seam binding. Well, I do have this. Now I think this is retired, but I thought it was such a pretty colour, and I love the stripe in it as well. Right, just pull that, give that a little bit of a tweak and a twiddle. I think this one's a much more kind of bow, you know, it's a definite bow. So it's not as kind of like frothy as this one. Not sure. Shall I know what, if I put the deer in place, which I've now lost. The deer gone. Oh, there they are. All right. Let's put the deer in place and then we'll decide. I want him to go down a little bit lower. There we go. Just going to pull him back a bit. Now this one, I might just put a bit more glue And when I set it in place, I'm not going to push it. I'm actually just going to hold it until the glue sets. So it's a little bit away from the other one. I'm just cooling it down quickly. Then that can go over the top like that. So what do you think? Frothy frothy bow or striped? This ribbon is from the Mini Louise, I believe. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm just going to go for it and put this down. But I'm going to use my silicone mat and hold it in place until it's stuck so I don't burn my finger. Let him the nature sing. I know, I still can't find that stamp. I lost that stamp the other day. I still don't know where it is. It'll turn up. I had a die turn up that I didn't realise I'd lost. This one. I moved something to get to a card. I have a card holder, two metal card holders for when I do stalls, because I'm doing a stall tomorrow in the town hall, and I moved out of the way and that die was underneath. Oops. I need to check that I haven't sold it now. Ooh, quite like that. That's a bit of contrast. I feel like I need more green on here. Yeah, I'll stick that one on there. This one needs to go down a bit more. Stay. Right, let's get these roses on. I've got glue on my pencil now. Should I go with the gold or? Got there. I've got these little white leaves as well. Those little leaves are actually from that same die set, from the Grove die set. Oh, perched in a tree. Inica. Yeah, perched in a tree. Deb Smith says, I've just checked, so you don't have the dies for the deer, but I have the stamps Grassy Grove. Oh, there we go. You could stamp the deer and cut him out. Hand cut it out. That would work. Now, in hindsight, you know what I would have done different? I would have put a little bit of colour onto the background. This background made it a little bit more ombre. But instead, I think what I might do is stick some little stars in the sky instead. look, I have a little star on top of there as well. I think I'll do that just with some Tombow though. Ugh, I got glue stuck to my fingers. Just need the tiniest amount of Tombow. No, 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 no. You little tinker. There we go. See, even that tiny blob is too much for this star. There we go. My little arrangement. Just looking to see if I've got anything else I could use. That would look cute. Just need something dark here. Oh, if you haven't seen the gorgeous stamped wreath that Esther did today for the global blog hop or stamp hop or video hop, I do recommend you go watch it. It's ever so pretty. I'm not going to spoil it by telling you what she stamped on it because it's very unique. Right, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to let that cool down. So butterfly one now. So this one, I think I was thinking of having just some little blue leaves in the centre here, but I was going to put some ink onto these. Have like a little bed of leaves. There we go. Before we do that, let's get some colour onto them. Hi Carla. So not lots and lots of colour because I don't want to go too dark, otherwise it's going to get lost because the oval is Pacific Point. So just adding a little bit of Pacific to the tips of the Tahitian tide. Just going to put a little bit of glue there. I'm going to attach these there. Okay, there might be just enough glue for me to stick that down. Nice. Right, do you think we need a nice green rose for the middle of that one now? think if I stamp Tahitian Tide on green, that will give a different look, wouldn't it? I'm just going to clean that off. Yeah, she's Stampin' Star Creations. If you don't follow Esther, she's my sister. She's also in my team. And yes, she has done a wreath class with me, a stamped wreath class with me. And but she knows, she's flown with it. She's really made it quite unique in her own. Very Esther. Right, so that's what the Tahitian Tide looks like on the parakeet party. It sort of makes the parakeet look, sorry, the Tahitian Tide look very greeny, because it's very different from when you stamp it onto just white cardstock. So I quite like that. Look at this. Let's just do a cute little rose to go in the middle of there. Hello, Gina. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that. Hopefully a simple idea that can be replicated. And just one or two stamp sets, wasn't it? 2 stamp sets, 1 die set. So you don't need to have masses of product for that one. Right, I'm just going to hold that down, let it cool for a second. So hello if you're watching this on the replay, if you didn't make it to the live, because I know it's quite a busy weekend for lots of folks. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Cute. Right. Just got a couple more now. Oh, this one I think was going to be quite simple, because I've already pre-cut this one. This, I was just going to put some Pacific Point around the edge of this butterfly. Not go too overboard. Quite like having the lighter centre. I did think, no, I've not done it, but I could have coloured in. Actually, I could try it. I could colour in the butterfly. I mean, that contrast is quite nice. I could do another green rose in the centre, couldn't I? My little ribbon. If my ribbon would go in the middle. Oh no, it almost disappears, doesn't it? No, it won't do that. Let's just stick it into place first. Then we can decide. Oh, the retiring list comes out on the 1st of December, Inika. Yep, 1st of December. So the list of products that are carrying through to the next year is also going to be out. So there's going to be quite a few reductions actually on products that are in the mini catalogue. So thank you, Pamela. This one I might just leave. I mean, I could very easily put a rose in the middle. Oh, actually, I tell you what I was thinking of doing was making a flower using this, but what do I do it out Pacific Point? lost it. Sometimes when you need a specific thing being cut out of one of these multi-punches, it's worth just cutting a strip of paper. So you're not wasting loads. Yeah, I wanted to show you how you could make like a rose with this flower. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to use my tweezers and give these a really good curl. They already have what? The retiring list is out for demonstrators, Inika. If you're a demonstrator, the retiring list is out. The new mini catalogue is also available for demonstrators. The Americans don't have anything that we don't have. They release everything at the same time now. Can I use the one sheet wonders for art journaling? For art, as long as you're not going to sell them, Tony. Yep. Yep. So you're not allowed to electronically reproduce Stampin' Up products and images and sell them. You can do it for your own use, but you can't then make money from them. So that's you have to be tricky with them. That's where it becomes a little bit tricky with masterboards sometimes if you're a seller, because if you use stamps to create your masterboard and then you reproduce it, you're breaking the angel policy. But apart from that, yeah, you can make masterboards out of Stampin' Up products. You have the new mini. Okay, great. Yeah, the list is on the website, on the demo website, Inika. You can download it as a PDF. Sorry, I'm not explaining much what I'm doing. I'm hoping that it's obvious what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like squishing those flowers together. Oh, you don't know what a master... Yeah, a masterboard is... It's used quite a lot. It's a term used a lot with mixed media, but basically it's like you create a collage or a pretty piece of work, and then you colour photocopy it, or you scan it and print it, and then you use the prints to make artwork with. Yeah, it's a clever way of working. I did a kind of like collagey type one, but I ended up making a piece of art for a friend of mine with it, and I've already gifted it to her. So, okay, I quite like that in the middle. I'm just going to stick that in the middle. Yeah, I mean, it's up to demonstrators if they want to share what's retiring already. Yeah, yeah, I've chosen not to do it because it can negatively impact sales. So I'll just advertise it, the retirement list on the 1st. But if you want to go and seek it out, then that's fine. There we go. Yeah, some demonstrators choose to share certain different bits of information at different times. So, oh, I forgot I have this ribbon on my desk. This is Pool Party, and it's sheer ribbon. Oh, I could have stuck that. Maybe I could have tied a bow and done that underneath. Oh, never mind. Can't do everything. The reduction prices might be different in different markets because of sales levels, yeah, for sure. But in terms of, and also availability may be different because of shipping issues. But it's not that they deliberately don't. Generally, everything is available in every market, generally, unless it is a specific campaign. Obviously, things like paper pumpkin, it's only available in the US. Right, so I think, what about putting that? Let's make this like the dramatic kind of finale and make some more flowers to stick in the middle. Then we have these gorgeous gold pieces as well. Okay, you're going to stick some stars in this one. Why not, hey? I've got them, so I may as well use them. Or we go round. No, I'm not sure I like that. I like the idea of something in the middle. Right, have I finished with all my butterflies? Did I use up all my butterflies? I think I did. I haven't got any left. All I've got are these little pieces now. So I do have a couple of roses. Now, there's another technique that I did show you the other night when I was doing that shabby chic card. Rather than cutting this up and making it into a rolled rose, we could just shape these. So I'll show you how you can do that. Thank you, Carla. Yeah, the other option is to download the spreadsheet and then just make the writing bigger. I will try and do a catalogue. What I usually try and do is get the PDF and do a walkthrough with the catalogue and do it that way. Sometimes that's an easier way of looking at it. Okay, so I'm going to stick the rose in my hand and get the glue and just give that a manipulate in my hand. To make it curl up a bit. Now, because this is like blue on blue, we need to make sure there's lots of gold everywhere to make a bit of a contrast. So I think I'm going to cut this again. So we don't waste any of it not showing up. I'm going to cut this one like so. Oh, I'm going to make this smaller. I'm just going to cut this a little bit smaller and cut it a bit wiggly so it sits inside. I didn't like how it was. That's better. There we go. Right, let's get all this lovely gold on here. Got these random little leftover pieces. But these can all go on in a minute. What else could go on here? Oh, I've probably got some bling I could stick on. Yeah, I'll do that. I've just got this punch here as well. I'll just punch out some leaves using that. Just feel like there's not enough contrast going on. Going to give these leaves a little bit of a tweak. You know, when you get to this stage and you've spent so long on a card, it is worth doing these extra little movements to make it like super luxury. Yeah, you can mention it, Tony. Please don't put a link because it won't allow you to do a link. But if you can mention the name of somebody, yeah, please do. That's fine in the car. Yeah. If you just download it and then if you press select all and then make the font bigger, you probably find that easier to read. This is very satisfying to do. Just trying to get an equal kind of amount of gold all the way around. Ooh, let's put a bow on this one. Okay, so I'm holding that bow closed. Then I'm going to put some glue on it. Oops. There. I'll just bring the mat over and hold it while it's gluing. Hi, Julie Heights. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so this is, this has been made over the course of 3 nights. So if you have a look at my channel and look at now YouTube have changed the way that they set out people's channels now. There's there's videos, then there's live. Because I had someone message me the other day say, I can't find your videos that you've done recently. And that's because YouTube have changed the way it kind of does stuff. So yeah, just bear that in mind when you're trying to find a video of mine, that you actually click on live. I don't think I'll add these dark green ones. I might just add those to a previous card. Oh, stars. I'm just going to tuck them behind. It's like, see if someone notices them type thing, you know. Seeing as if I've cut them out. These were cut using the punch, star punch. There we go. Oh, is it? I agree, Pam. Yeah, I agree. So I'm just going to stick this last little green one on. Right, that's it for that one. Right, so that's all the cards done. So I'll bring them back on and see where we can use up, because I may as well use all these little pieces up. I've only got just a few left. Right, so got that one. I don't think I can add anything else to that one. That one. Maybe, yeah, let's do that. Okay, fills that one out. Then we've got that one, which that's self-sufficient. That's done, that one. That one, oh, I used up all the other lime greeny leaves. I don't really want to add any green because that's going to take away from the butterfly. Where can I put a gold star? Not those. Might be able to fit another gold star on that one. I could just pop a star behind something. And then I've got these spare leaves here. Going up there. That one there. And then this little star. There. I've got glue on the edge of it. Right, let's hide that glue. There we go. So this was the one that I forgot to actually do the embossing on, but because it's so fussy, it's got loads of stuff going on it, it's actually okay. It's got lots happening there. So let me know which one you guys like. Let's do it in kind of range of least fussy to, mind you, those are all quite similar really. So I've got the 2 roses. So 1, 2, 3. Let's swap that one with that one. Oh, start again. Right, start again. I didn't like how it was laid out. There we go. Excuse me. There we go. Ah, right. Oh dear, Shaz. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hi, Sue. Hi. Hi, Judy Heights. Thank you so much. Hi, Tony Love. The channel is 7 Plaza. Oh, I'll have a look at that later. Actually, I'll quickly have a look at it now, and then if I think it's appropriate, I'll share it. Mm-hmm. 7 Plaza. Okay, yeah. I'll share that. Oh yes, I knew Inika's going to choose the one with the deer. She's a deer fanatic. Oh, nice. Yeah. Happy birthday for next month, Gina. All right. Lovely to see you guys. Sorry for those of you who are going through tricky times. I know some of you have got ongoing health issues that you, I guess, learn to live with the best way you can. And I just hope that I'm able to bring a little bit of happiness and joy and paper craziness to your day. This one I'm a little bit disappointed with because I feel like it doesn't really, it almost needs one of those roses in the middle. Because it doesn't really show up very well, does it, that one? I'm faffing now. I'm faffing. I'm fiddling. Let's see if I've got a spare rose. Oh no, I haven't. I could stamp one, stick it in the middle. Or just make one from card. Right, I'm going to keep letting you guys say goodbye to each other while I faff around and make a different centre for this rose. Or a small cluster of gems. Oh, sweetheart. Yeah, thinking of you, Shaz. Where's my tweezers? Right, this is going to be the last thing I do tonight for these cards. I thought I better add that sentence for these cards, otherwise it sounds quite ominous. This is the last thing I'm going to do. Although none of us know what tomorrow brings. Thank you, Susan. Scrumptious. Now, which sweet are you talking about, Susan? I've used several sweets in the making of these cards, so I apologise for it being product heavy. But I know that some of you out there do have very similar products to these, if not these. That's better. Although it's wanting to unravel, it's not cooled. But you know what I'm going to do is going to get a bit of glue on there quickly. I'm just going to hold that there for about 20 seconds. Now these sort of cards, you know, these are for the people in your life who will really appreciate them. You know, who will enjoy looking at them. Oh, I just wanted to also say a huge thank you to those of you who sent me Christmas cards last year. And I have been repurposing them to sell for the Potter's House charity that I support. And some of you were kind enough to just write on a post-it note or a piece of card that you just slipped in to the card. That does make my life much easier. If you would be so kind and you didn't mind me repurposing the card to sell for charity, if you do ever send me a card, please would you mind doing that? Because I had my friend round this afternoon and we've been sticking stickers onto the backs of the cards and repackaging them ready for a sale tomorrow. So it just means that I get blessed. You know, I try and show the cards that I get for my birthday and Christmas on my channel, so you do get to see them. They are, you know, forever recorded, but also it's a real great way to bless some other people. Someone else gets to enjoy it, and then the money raised goes to help street kids in Kenya. So yeah, I do appreciate all the cards that I get sent. Thank you very, very, very much. Right. Gems, you would want some bling. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Thank you, Janine. Oh, Janice. You need to get yourself a servant. I feel your pain. I was sat on the sofa this evening knitting some socks while I was watching the football match, and I needed to compare my current sock that I'm knitting with the previous sock, and I was like, oh Tom, is it by you? And he's like, no. And then I realised it was on the floor, and I was like, oh, can you pick it up for me? Okay, to be fair, I had my son was lying across the sofa and his heavy legs were on me, so it would have been a bit of a hefty get up to get the sock. So Tom had to get it for me. But yes, Janice, I feel your pain. Oh, your servant's in bed with a headache. Oh dear. I was going to say, what's the last one die of? That phrase is something that is a very British saying, isn't it? What did your last servant die of? When parents get asked to do things by their children, it's a common phrase that a lot of parents use. They say, what did your last servant die of? Or they say something like, what did your last slave die of? I don't know where it comes from. I'll have to Google that one, because it sounds really like quite macabre, doesn't it? And really quite rude. But I promise you, I'm not being rude. I'm just showing a joke. Right, sorry, I do get a little bit worried if people have just come to my channel for the first time and think, oh goodness me, Ruth's humour is a little bit dark sometimes. There we go. Yeah, family life. Oh good, I'm glad you guys are having a bit of a laugh. You understand a joke. Good. Please don't hate me. Oh dear. Right, there we go. Thanks, Janine. Right, Right, I'm having a look at these, trying to think which ones I like the best. I really do like that one. I think I like the simplicity of the design. Yeah, really like that. I do like the row of butterflies, and I do prefer this one now. It's got the rose in the middle. It just fills it out a bit more. So that's another way to use that True Beauty stamp set, actually. And okay, so do I need to go over products used? I guess I do. I better have, hadn't I? Okay, so Grove dies for the deer and some of the leaves. The oval framed florets dies with the ovals. That's what I cut up the ovals with, and also these lovely leaves. I did use the Forever Flourishing dies. This one, this big one. This is such a useful die for cutting out leaves. But if you don't have that, this punch is perfect. That'll do. That'll do. The Brilliant Wings dies for the butterflies. Is that it? Oh, and the Mountain Air one for the tree. What's this called? Majestic Mountain. Right, I'm going to leave those in a pile to update the description on my YouTube channel on this video. What else did I use? Do you want to know about? I used Tahitian Tide and Pacific Point and Garden Green. I used the sheer ribbon, the Pool Party sheer ribbon for one of them, that one, and the soft seafoam ribbon for that one. And then I used the rose from True Beauty, which I did actually use for stamping the background, but then used it for stamping and then cutting out and making a rose, a 3D rose rather. Right, is there anything else? I like the bottom left one. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just the contrasts work really well with that one, doesn't it? Okay. I need to photograph these and do a blog post. What was the punch for the number 4 flower? That one. I used this one. Yep. I cut out 4 of these. 4 of these ones. The small one. Good question. Which one did the frames? The Florets, the new one that's available. Oh, where did I put them? Oh, that was strange. I just had it in my hand. Oh, oh, it's here. There we go. Framed Florets, the ovals. And then you've got that really lovely, you've got 2 leaves and that long flourishy leaf one. Janine likes the top right one. Oh, and the glimmer paper that's in the mini catalogue. Oh, look what arrived this week. Oh, look. Look. Look, I can give you close up of the cover. Gives you a little hint of something, doesn't it? And, ooh, close up, extreme close up. Look at that. And pretty papers, very pretty papers. There we go. Right, I'll be able to do a run through of that on the, when's this come available? January, 5th of January. Is that right? Yeah, 5th of January. Oh, Janice. Oh, how frustrating. How much was my dream shopping list? Oh, it was over £500. Did you hear that? Over 500. there we go. I'm just going to have to work really hard. I'm working really hard to pay for my wish list. And I've been, you know, slowly decluttering. So there we go. Right. I'm going to love you and leave you. Yes, as I said, I've got a stall tomorrow with my friend Ruth. Selling items for Potter's House. I always put an X next to a product I'd like to purchase as soon as the new catty arrived. My new cat is chock full of big X's. Ha ha ha. Oh dear. Oh well, Inika. Oh, you say that in Australia, do you, as well, Nicole? Ah, funny. Right, I'm going to start the goodbye screen. Have a great weekend, everybody.